couple of debutants coming up here in race number 4. They look quite smart, what we've seen so far at the trials as well. This is a 1,200-metre contest headed by Oriental Elite. It was a course and distance winner in March. Behind this is class last time out. Hero Time was third in that very same race. Packing Rockstar and Reliable Team are the debutantes with 4 and 3 trials between them. Dr. Respect is out, so replaced by Blissful 8. We have High Rev, who was 5th behind Jumbo Prize last time out, and Compassion Star, who was also 5th last time out. Again, coming out of that, this is a class race. Oriental Elite, good for you, and the show are the horses that have been up at Chilford. They've had a couple of trips up, but doesn't end there, because calling the shots, Blissful 8 and Charity Dream also kept them company as well. Blissful 8 and Charity Dream returning quite recently, Brad.
Yeah, half the field has been up at Chun Fa in preparation for this race. Reliable Team, the newcomer, one of 2, Packing Rockstar the other, has drawn 11. Packing Rockstar's in 2, but both should be forward looking at what they've done on the trial track. The show likes to be handy. Charity Dream can kick through as well. And then the others are potentially run-ons. Hero Time, if you go right back through his form, has got a little bit of speed, but he did run on strongly last start, so they'll probably stick with that tactic.
Here is Packing Rockstar. He's one on the far side, going nicely here. He's 12, 25 pounds, so he's a big boy as Packing Rockstar. He's had 4 trials, so he's pretty fit going into this, but he is a nice horse, I think, there. As is this one, Reliable Team. He's working here with a stablemate, Flame Lily. Flame Lily's the one closest to us. He's just under a really good hold here as a Reliable Team. Another one that's really forward from his 3 trials, Pair 11. So I just thought I'd show the first starters.
All right, and we'll see them as well and hear from Zach Burton in a moment as well about Reliable Team. There is a $500 or just over $500,000 jackpot going in here, so we're still looking at an estimated dividend in the region of $2 million for the Triple Trio. So let's start off here with some race form. And Hero Time, Oriental Elite, and Compassion Star.
Yeah, I think we looked at that speed map. It didn't look that good for Compassion Star, did it? He's drawn 8 and he could be caught wide. He's close to a drop in class. So of this trio, I'm happy to let him go. But the other 2 certainly create some interest. I think Hero Time's just finding his form. You can see him charging out into 3rd late on the scene.
Yeah, good run from Oriental Elite too, I thought. It was, for 4th there. And I mean, he won really nicely 3 starts ago. I thought he was going to go on and win a few more, but his 2 runs have been OK without being impressive.
Interesting, Zach Burton rode Oriental Elite when he won, and he also rode Hero Time there in that 3rd placing.
I wonder if Hero Time might just be a spot closer in the speed map as well from Barrier 7, but we'll leave that to Neil Callan. Let's start with I'll go back to the first starters then. Reliable Team and his jockey, Zach Burton.
Zach, Reliable Team, steps out of the Valley for the first time on Wednesday night. He's won a trial there. What sort of feel has he given you?
He feels like he's going to be a miler in time. He's been sharp enough in his trials. He showed a little bit of speed, so hopefully he can take a reasonable position. He obviously hasn't drawn well, so he's going to need to be fast. He's going to need some luck to get a good spot.
What's he like as a horse?
Oh, he's fairly quiet. He seems to know what he's doing. He's been pretty good so far, but it's a big difference when you go to the races for the first time under that pressure. But he's had a look around the track and he seemed to get around there okay. Like I said, the barrier is the issue with him.
The other interesting thing about this race, we've got a couple of newcomers in it. Obviously him, but also Packing Rockstar. You've ridden him in 3 of his 4 trials. What opinion do you have of him?
He's a very big horse. He felt like he was quite nice. I think he's going to improve as time goes on. He's got speed. He just lacks a little bit of strength at the end of his trials at the moment.
Why are you on this one then? Reliable Team?
I didn't have the option to ride the other one. They didn't ask me, so this is all I've got.
On the weekend you won on Classic Unicorn, recently won on a Thero. Can you just give us a bit of an insight into these new horses that you're getting on? Obviously trainers want to put you on, but what do you do to try to identify these young horses that are coming through the system here in Hong Kong?
Well, in the position I'm in, I'm very fortunate, when the owners purchase what they think is a nice horse, or the trainer gets what he thinks is a nice horse in his yard. Obviously, the go-to jockey for that horse is generally at the top of the table. So they're the ones approaching me, and it's working in my favour, of course.
Not a bad position to be in, is it?
No,
so Reliable Team and Packing Rockstar, they both look pretty smart, really.
I agree, yeah, definitely. I think Zach said their Packing Rockstar might be a little bit weak in the end, and Paul said he's a big, sizable galloper, so he may need the run. We'll have a look at him here in action.
Yeah, I thought it was a good trial, this one, actually. His dam was a Group 1 winner as a 2-year-old as well, and she also ran second in the New Zealand 1,000 guineas as well.
Anna Bandana,
yeah. She was a really good race mare by Fastnet Rock. Would have been a cheap horse. And, look, I think he's ready to go, actually. I quite like what I've seen with him.
All right, interesting. Karis rode him in that trial. Zach rode him in the first 3. Good for you. We'll keep looking, though, before we make our final selection. Added to the field here with the scratching. So Joe Moreira jumps on board from barrier 10.
He does. He's actually got a very good record, course and distance. 5 starts, 2 wins. He's won 3 in the class out of his 4 career total wins. So not far away behind Acclaim Light Gentry over the longer trips at his last 2. So he should hit the line hard. The stronger and quicker they go, probably the better for him.
Yeah, you need that one. He's drawn 10 as well, so he'll probably get back a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. The debutants here, 3.8 and 6.5. You're going with the bigger price one, Paul?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to go with the Packing Rockstar. I think he's a bigger price because Zach's on the other one. They both look really good chances, but I thought Packing Rockstar was a ready-made horse, ready to go. I know he's a big 12, 25 pounds, but his 4 trials have looked good, and I think he's a nice type. So he's on top, calling the shots. Only had 1 start at Happy Valley, drew 12, so he's learned from that experience, and he's a horse who's gone really well. I thought 2 starts ago when he ran 3rd behind Silver Fig. And I think he'd be well suited here, so he's in there for second. Reliable team. Zach says he'll be a miler in time. That was the just question mark I had. Being by a reliable man, they're normally stayers. He's fresh up here over 12, so that's why I only got him in there for 3rd. He was another expensive horse, though, at the Ready to Run sale, and Oriental Elite's been running well recently. 4, 7, 5 and 1.
Yeah, I got both the newcomers in as well. I think barrier 11 for reliable team is tricky. So, young horse from a wide gate, what's the best way to make it easy for him? If he's capable, get him across and find the front. There doesn't look to be a great deal of pace in this race. Packing Rockstar might be the main challenger, and if he can cross him and they set up 1-2 positions, they could find it out. I've got Hero Time and Oriental Elite closing in late, so they're the 4 I'm working around. 5, 2, 1, 4. I actually threw in High Rev, who was my best each way last start, but I'm starting to wonder whether or not he might be a Class 5 horse. Potentially, I think he is.
All right, OK. I've gone with reliable team as well. Paul makes a very valid point, and there's stamina on the dam side as well, but what he's shown so far...
Do you think he'll zip over from the 11?
Yeah, I think they'll have to. Yeah, I think that's what they'll do, and hopefully just improve from there, as a great man once said. All right, that's race number 4, the first leg of the triple trio.